Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So the free video, we've got three things I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about first, the NDX 1272 trade. Two, I'll talk a little bit about my recent trip in Italy. It'll be short, I promise. Three, and then we'll look at the SPX 1272 trade. Okay. So for the NDX 1272 trade, what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that I'm looking for a market this week that when we get up to a 1272 extension, okay, and that's from the swing high to the swing low, boom, 1272 extension. At that moment in time, okay, I want to set up orders in advance so that an iron condor fires off at the expected move from that point in time. Okay, what do I mean by that and why? All right, so today when the NASDAQ traded near 4,900, okay, you go over here to the expected move, it's 40 points, and so at that point you say, okay, great, I will sell something above that and below that with the idea that when we get to the 1272 extension, we're not actually going to explode through that level, it's going to cause the market to pause, okay? And when the market pauses, that's when the premium decay happens the fastest, okay? So today we set that up. Got it for $3.50, and you can see here it's already at $1.95 once the market started to pause. Okay, so that's the NDX 1272 trade. All right, so for Rome, why do I bring up Rome? So I just spent the last 2 weeks in Italy. Part of it is going to a writer's retreat, so I'm working on the 3rd edition of Mastering the Trade, which will be a lot of awesome updates for that. But also from that is the idea of actually specifically scheduling time to get away from the markets. If you're a discretionary trader, it's really important to kind of get away from the markets and turn off kind of the monkey mind, which is the part of your brain that kind of stops getting neutral, it stops getting objective and just kind of chases things and has hidden agendas that you're doing. And what's great now about being back, being away from the market for 2 weeks and coming back to the markets is you have a ton of fresh insights, okay? And this whole idea of instead of waiting for a market, instead of buying, say, a market on a pullback, expecting a move to the 1272 extension, which may or may not happen, right, is instead waiting for markets that actually hit that 1272 extension to then initiate an iron condor, was a concept that I wouldn't have thought about had I been trading for the last 2 weeks, but it is something that's been very, very powerful as we've set it up. And so part of this is the idea of getting away, spending time with the kids and stuff like that too. But also too, it's great. I was a history major. I studied Roman history, and it was great to do some gladiator training there because that obviously also gets you in the mindset of offense and defense for trading, which is what I can bring back into the markets and share with you guys. And so for the SPX trade, same thing. We just talked about the idea of the 1272 extension and getting up to that level. So for the SPX, we did the same thing here too, and we did it at the 2 different levels when it's hit. We did this in the trading room, so here and here, and again, sold this one for $245, already getting premium decay, sold this one for $280, and this one we set up today, so we're down $100 on that one, up $650 on this, net up $550, expecting we did this one at the close today, expecting the decay to hit on that one starting tomorrow. Okay, so now for those of you that don't know, or maybe you've tried us before and it's like, well, maybe it's time for another shot. We do have a room where we're trading these options every day. We've got a lot of new improvements that we're about to roll out to the room. And in Q1, we're actually going to raise the price of the room. So what we're doing right now is offering you a chance to do another trial for 30 days, or a trial for 30 days if you haven't tried it before, and not only try out all the new content providers, new moderators, and the new technology that's coming out, including iOS push alerts and all this kind of fun stuff that'll be ready in the near future, to try it for $7 and lock it in at the lower rate. Okay? So you can go to simpleroptions.com/gold. Again, just $7. Start your membership, and for the next 30 days, especially now, we're getting into a period where the Fed, are they going to raise rates in December? If so, what's that going to do to the markets? I mean, there's going to be a lot of interesting opportunities, and that's stuff that we're going to be focusing on front and center in the live trading room. And by the way, if you cannot trade full time, we do a fairly active text alerts going out as well, and those text alerts can allow you to participate in the markets even if you're at work or anything like that. Okay? Hope that helps. You guys have a fantastic rest of the day, and we'll see you at the next update.